Do you want to audit your current Klaviyo account? Because after auditing dozens and dozens of different Klaviyo accounts, I've seen many cases, and I want to share basically all of my experience so you can replicate that to know whether you're already getting the most juice out of your current setup. So if you want to audit your campaigns, your strategy, your schedule, your segmentation, everything within your Klaviyo setup, then make sure to stick till the end because I'm breaking everything down from A to Z. So see you inside. Super excited for this video because I'm basically breaking down our internal Klaviyo audits. I don't know if that's that wise because it basically makes our job not really relevant anymore because you can do pretty much the same. However, it will obviously not be the same quality, but I can show you like the entire breakdown so you can basically go through your entire setup right now to see if you're getting the most juice what you currently have. Awesome. So, that's kind of a key part when it comes to, starting to work with us. We basically go through the entire account. Usually it takes around like 30 to 45 minutes just of recording, like all the different numbers, all the different, actual steps that we would do to improve the results. But the entire preparation usually takes around like 2-3 hours. So make sure to, also put the same effort because it might, sometimes, things might seem a bit small or like nitty gritty, but that's what we're here for, right? We want to have an audit that actually helps you to maximize your results. So perfect. So what do we do? The first thing we usually do is we just like take a look at the numbers for the last 6 months. Super boring. And without even any context, you see clearly some stuff that is happening. So it could be that, 1 month is totally different than other months. Maybe you have a month where email revenue is at like 35% and then another month at like 20, or you have like total revenue decreasing and then email revenue is decreasing, or vice versa. You have the total revenue increasing while also the email revenue increasing. So there are like many movements all around, and you definitely want to make sure that you know what happened in the last 6 months, as in, what happened with the numbers, especially like campaigns, campaign revenue, flow revenue, all of that stuff, because you can clearly see something is happening on the account just by taking a look at the last 6 months and the numbers there. So that's the first step, just like screenshot things, and then, you can open these things and then you see like clearly, oh, like we went from $500,000 to 400K. And then obviously our email revenue tanked as well on the flow side. Campaign was still strong. What happened here? Stuff like that. And then you could like, give a summary first impression. The good thing is you're doing this without any context. And that's actually a good part because, sometimes if we have too much context, we can always like argue in different ways and discuss things in different ways and make them portray as something. But if you don't have any context, you could just like take a look at the numbers and you have to decide on like number base. Oh, like this month it tanked. Why? This month it tanked. Let's see why. So that's kind of the first step, is just like getting a clear understanding of what's actually happening. Then I like to go through the entire pop-up form right now. So I'm going to go through the stats, and then stats is like one part. It's basically the result, but I would like to take a look at what are we currently doing. So a lot of brands, they totally forgot about how the pop-up form in and of itself looks like right now. And they totally forgot that there's a pop-up at all. And sometimes it's like super outdated. So definitely make sure to just like throw in the design that you currently have, go through the pop-up form itself and troubleshoot things. Like make sure that it's actually as easy as possible to go through and stuff like that. And then design wise, you could just like take a screenshot and you can ask yourself like, hey, would I sign up here? Maybe there are some like too many things that people have to fill out. Maybe there's a first name, a last name, or street number, birthday, or whatever. That's usually not the best. Please go through like some of my other videos where I break down our strategies. But that's a good thing to start. It's just like being aware of the entire situation. That's in general, like the audits are mainly to just get like awareness on these topics, and then most likely you already know what to do. So design wise, definitely like simplify things, make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing, but it's mainly about like how to frame things, how to actually, get the offer across. Maybe you could A/B test a different offer. Maybe you're asking too many things. Maybe the framing of the entire, like the positioning, maybe there's too much text, it's too complicated. Whatever it is, make sure to just take a look at the pop-up form in and of itself. Make sure to analyze some of your competitors and basically adjust it towards that. I also have videos to, that cover how to increase the sell rate. So make sure to, go through these then. Then next one is key flow analysis. To be honest, same like this one, you just need to like throw in the numbers here so you can actually get an understanding. What you can do as well is like here, you have the flow revenue as well. Like you see like, which flow performs the best, stuff like that.
And then you want to go into the nitty-gritty stuff for the major key flows, which is welcome series, browser abandonment, the partner checkout, post-purchase flow. You could throw in the add to cart, but some brands literally do not have that. But these are the 4 flows that you want to take a look at specifically. And then what you do is you actually screenshot the designs within your Klaviyo account and throw them in here. First of all, you just throw it in, email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4. You do that for everything, like browser abandonment, button checkout, post-purchase flow, because that's basically what happens with most brands, because they literally do not know that they currently have this online. So that's the first step, just getting aware of what kind of emails are actually live. And then you can always go into improvements hey, we could make it easier, we could make it straightforward, we could have a call to action button in the hero image, we could put the offer into the hero image, we could minimize things, do not over confuse the customer with too many things within one email, call to action positioning, links, all of that, you could just basically put it in here into the improvements. But first of all, it's also very, very good to just be aware of what kind of emails you're sending. And then I literally have videos going through the perfect welcome series, the perfect button checkout, the perfect browser abandonment, the perfect thank you sequence. So make sure to go through these videos because they will be very, very helpful in the next step, because the audit is mainly for being aware of the situation, and then you also want to improve. But I cannot tell you what to improve on if I don't know what you're actually doing. So make sure to just get aware and then watch some of my other videos that will help you for the next step. So that's flows and overall pop-up form and overall the entire account. And the next one, what we want to do is we want to do the campaigns. And then for the campaigns, first of all, as I said, you want to get aware. So what you want to do is you want to put down the month and the number of campaigns you sent during this month. And then you also want to put the revenue generated this month, because most likely what you will see is that there are a lot of correlations and also causality between how many numbers of campaigns you're sending and the revenue generated. You also need to be aware of what kind of sale you were running at that time, what kind of offer, because that always has impact on the revenue itself. So for the campaign evaluation, you basically go through just number, revenue. Super simple. Same here, you want to get a better understanding of what you're currently running. And then what you can do is to further evaluate the entire thing is you actually take a look at the campaigns you've been sending. What happens with the design? Are the email designs actually good? Is there room for improvement? What could you tell your designers? Yada, yada, yada. And then what you can take a look at is the entire strategy, how many emails and what kind of emails are we sending, and at what cadence and when do we send what, and how do we run, for example, sales? Because most brands, they do not have any structure set. It's more like a ad hoc thing. So that's basically something that you need to do. The next one is definitely segmentation. Make sure to take a look at how you segment. Our guidelines when it comes to segmentation is more towards deliverability and not so much to micro segments, because it just doesn't make sense. Please, as I said, a lot of things I already have in some videos, but it's more the audit itself is more awareness and understanding what to do and what is currently being done. And then you can watch some other videos to go through these. Because as I said, I cannot really give you any context without knowing what you're currently doing. But segmentation is more so for deliverability. Strategy is you have to keep in mind that there needs to be some sort of macro strategy. And then you need to take a look at the design itself. Maybe they are repetitive, maybe they are not that coherent with your entire website. Maybe it just looks awful. Maybe you could test some plain text emails. All of this is basically the entire strategy. And if you then use the campaign performance plus all the flows that you gathered and you're now aware of the entire situation, you can then get back to here and see, during the months where we sent more emails, we made more money. During the months where we adjusted the flow setup, we made more money. Yada, yada, yada. So that's basically then tying back to whatever happens before, what we did here with the entire overview. A lot when it comes to the Klaviyo audit is just being aware of the entire situation. And then most likely, it's not rocket science, to be honest. Things just do not make sense most of the time and they're very basic. So once you know what's currently being done, you most likely already know what to do and what the next step will be based on, all of these that, you just follow the entire guidance. So that's, to be honest, pretty much the entire, how we structure things. If you want us to do this kind of audit, then click the link in the description and then it basically gets you to my scheduler. We have a super casual conversation and I will prepare literally this doc for you. I go through the entire account. I'm going to give you actual steps that you need to do or that we would do if we would partner up, and then you would be a happy client and potentially, record a testimonial like all of these brands. Awesome. That's pretty much it. Now you can audit your account on your own. I see you in some of the next video.
I hope this audit tutorial was of value to you. If you want us to handle that, then make sure to schedule your call with me. There's a link in the description. You can just check it out. Super casual conversation. And then we do the audit, and then you can run away with that and let some mediocre email marketer take care of that, or you basically let us handle everything. Make sure to schedule the call. Otherwise, make sure to watch some of my other videos so you know everything when it comes to email marketing. Take care.